The third rematch of this week, New York Jets at the New England Patriots. Jets won the Thursday night matchup the first time around, and the lowly 2-5 Jets are 7-point favorites here.
Yeah, 2-5, man.
Fireman Ed's a little upset. He wants to see a little more effort from the team and everything.
No,
I think he took to social media to provide his support, but he wants to see more effort from the top down.
He was on the same 13-year-old's podcast that I was on.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wow, you are a legend.
The kid, what's his name? Connor Long. He has like an intro, montage of the people who have been on his show, and Fireman Ed's in there. So just me and Fireman Ed appearing on Connor Long's podcast.
That's good. My whole bit is that Fireman Ed's he's the GM of the Jets. He's really the decision maker.
Yeah. So this is the last week.
He's not a bigger football fan than me, by the way, Fireman Ed.
This is the last week that I'm willing to give the Jets in terms of I do feel like they're close to turning it around a little bit.
If they don't do it this week.
If they don't do it this week, it's done. There's no more. Adams made a difference, right? Davonte Adams in that game. I know they didn't win. I know the score got away from them. But it did change that offense. Like, there was a spark there. It did create better looks for Garrett Wilson, who then let one of them clang off his shoulder pads and turn it into an interception. It did create better looks for Allen Lazard, who's now going up against number 3, number 4 corners on the regular. And he can do that. He can beat those guys. I think it created some more space for the run game as well. And Adams is only in the building for like a couple of days, right? I feel like it should be better. Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing badly. I do feel like this offense is close to being able to put it together and looking pretty good. But it needs to happen now. Like, this game has to happen. Otherwise, forget it. Blow it up.
Yeah, because they have a workable schedule in the next few weeks, including this one against New England. It's a tough battle, right? Because Davonte Adams apparently gave a post-game speech, right? Fresh in the building, post-game speech to rally the troops. Like, we're better than this, guys.
Yeah.
I think. Just been here a day, but I think we're better than this.
My initial impressions are we're better than this.
But it's a challenge here because you've got Davonte Adams saying that we're better than this speech up against Gerard Mayo calling his team soft.
Yeah.
Off the London game. So something you usually get dueling motivational speeches here for both teams.
Only one of those speeches was called out by the former coach, though. Bill Belichick was out there.
Bill is
saying those guys are not soft. Those are my guys. They're the same guys last year. They're not soft. They're tough players.
I mean, if Bill...
That's interesting, by the way.
Bill, a coworker, 33rd team.
That's true.
If he really wants to say it's the same guys as last year, and he was just citing the run defense.
Yeah. Well, he was citing
which was literally the only thing they were good at last year. They were 4-13, And so some of the... Like, I follow a lot of New England media. That's where I'm from. I got a lot of friends up there. And a lot of the stories, like, is Gerard Mayo losing the locker room? It's like, what were the expectations for this team? We said this before the season. They were 4-13. They re-signed most of the players.
Yeah.
They ran it back with the same exact team that ran Bill Belichick out of town. They ran it back with the same team, except a bridge and rookie quarterback, and first-time head coach and first-time coordinators. So everything's the same except you have inexperience at quarterback now and all of the head coach, all the 3 main coaching positions. Like, what were the expectations for New England? They're 1-6, completely meeting expectations relative to roster strength this year.
Yeah, except the defense is falling away, making more mistakes, looking softer to the point where they're being called out by the head coach. It is a fascinating dynamic where the guy that was hand-selected as like the heir apparent to Bill Belichick for years, to the point where it was put in contract writing, apparently, is now in the job, calls out the defense for being soft, and Belichick hanging over this thing as, the legend, the old guy where everything was great under him until it wasn't. He's calling him out, being like, not just, he's like, no, that's wrong. That's not true. That's unfair to these guys. I feel sorry for those players. They are tough. They're not soft. That's a pretty strong, indictment of a public comment from the guy that now has the job that you had. It's an unusual dynamic that they've got working there.
It is. And Mayo's obviously in a tough spot where you got to be different than Bill, but you want to carry over the same stuff. And again, they re-signed a lot of the players on the defensive side of the ball, but I think they did it. I think they overpaid for a lot of players who were just okay. So they shouldn't have been as good on the defensive side of the ball. They overachieved last year. And they're not good on offense. They can't pass protect, and they don't have a dependable playmaker. Drake May's showing some. It's just another. Let's watch Drake May and his development and see what he can do against a tough. I think it's still a tough Jets pass defense despite all the injuries. So
it is. It's still a good defense to the Jets. Now the problem is that secondary is in ribbons at this point.
And I'm not even defending Mayo in this whole point, but like if he loses the locker room on a team that is 5-19 in their last 24 games, maybe he should. Maybe they shouldn't be in the locker room. Maybe they're not that good, and who cares if they lose the locker room because they shouldn't be a part of the Patriots rebuild, right? That's my whole take on it. And look, I don't know if Mayo's doing a good job or not. It's just he's trying to talk to them through the media, calling them soft.
Yeah.
A different way than Belichick would do it. I don't know. See if it works. They're just not good. They're 7-point underdogs to the 2-5 Jets. So who you picking in this one?
I'm picking the Jets. This is my last time. I feel like they're close.
New England in the thing here. That might be. I don't know. You want the Jets though?
I believe so. Maybe let me just check that I did.
I'm going to take New England at home, getting 7. That they'll keep it close enough. They got smoked in the week 3 game on Thursday Night Football. Narrative wise, we were like, well, okay, this is the Jets offense. It looks like NFL type offense. Dink and dunk and move the ball effectively.
No, apparently
you can change. You can change.
No. I'm sticking with it. Apparently, I stuck with the Patriots to keep it within 7 in the app. So I'm going to stick with the Patriots. I think the Jets will win, but I think the Patriots will cover.
I think it'll be a good, hard-fought battle for last place in the AFC East in this one. So I'd say New England. Harry will take the Jets here.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end of our video.
For more great content, click here to subscribe and here to watch another video. We'll see you again soon.